This is a whole food. The FDA has an office in their manufacturing plant. If this wasn't an herbal food, they'd require herbal supplement. When you look at this label, it's all plants. It's the only product I've ever found that's all plants. There's no preservatives, there's no chemicals, it's all plants. It's a right combination of plant. One plant doesn't have everything. It's a combination of plant that puts it all together. It has every vitamin, mineral. It's 65% carb, 23% amino acid. All your protein, all your necessary tools are here to build your protein. 12% fatty acid with every vitamin and mineral. And the next question I get is they look over here and say, there's not any vitamins and minerals listed. Where are the vitamins and minerals? If they're in here, they should be listed. Now say go buy some carrots and some turnips and some celery and see how they're labeled. You cannot label nutrition. You cannot get a patent on nutrition. They cannot get a patent on this. It's a proprietorship because it's nutrition. If someone has a product and say, I've got a product to do the same thing, I'll say, do you have a patent? They said, yeah, we have a patent. I said, you can't patent nutrition. I said, what is it then? And they don't know what to say. But this is pure food. I've had a lot of it today. Lois eats 3 a day. There's a little scoop in here. Dr. Chen is a genius. He's absolutely brilliant. And someday you need to go through his manufacturing plant. And you'll wonder how he sells this as cheap as he does. I have no idea. It's unbelievable the money he's put into this for your safety. He's fanatical about purity. But he's removed the fibers. Do you ever juice carrots and on the back end you have all the fibers? And then you have a glass of carrot juice? What if you removed all the water from the carrot juice? How much nutrition do you think would be left? He's removed all the fibers and all the water. When I found this, I almost didn't buy it because I said, how can you keep the enzymes alive? And the key is the enzymes. How can you keep the enzymes alive in this powder? And I found out it's dried like a seed. They said it's pre-digested, and I thought, well, maybe the Chinese chewed it before they sent it over. But it's dried like a seed, and when you hydrate this, it starts to grow. It starts to get thick. You can put this in a cup of water and let it set, and it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and pretty soon you have to eat it with a spoon because it'll continue to grow. A lot of hunger comes from an imbalance in the body. You have hunger because you're missing a vitamin or a mineral or a fatty acid. People say, well, I'm not hungry after I eat that. I had one guy, 6'2", 240, and he said, that won't fill me up unless I eat the cup and all. Maybe it will then. Lois made him a shake at 4 o'clock. At 8 o'clock he called and said, I'm still not hungry. It's because you'll eat the junk food and it's missing important nutrients and your body is craving. All pain is your body saying do something different. All hunger is your body saying do something. But pain is just an indicator that you're doing something wrong. How can you change it? That's what we were searched for 17 years. What are we doing wrong when we're trying to do things right? And we finally found that this is just a very powerful food. This is called NuPlus. You can get, this is 42 meals in this can. We had one doctor ate the 42 meals in 2 days. Her body was starving. She had her pathologist analyze this. Her husband said, your energy's tripled. You better check and see what you're eating. So a pathologist analyzed this. Said no herbicides, no pesticides, no contaminants in processing. Extremely high in enzymes and very easy on the digestive system because it's so finely powdered. But this is NuPlus. This is a mineral wheel. This is the secret to health is the minerals. The food is when they take something in the lab and everything burns but the minerals. Minerals are rocks, so they won't burn. That's the only thing left over when you take it in the lab to check it. This is the mineral wheel, and all of these minerals have is a very delicate web. Look at calcium. How many people take calcium and there needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 other minerals in balance? How can man put that together? By eating a combination of plants, your body can put all of that together. Your body needs 10 parts calcium to 4 parts phosphorus. Fluoride is necessary for calcium to function. The body can use calcium fluoride. It's natural. It comes from the soil. It can't use Sodium fluoride is toxic to the body. You look on the back of toothpaste, it said if a child swallows a dose of this, rush them to the poison control center because it's not calcium fluoride. You'll get the calcium fluoride from the soil to rebuild the body. This is a live shot of a cancer cell. We have cancer every day of our life. You have cancer right now in your body. There's 1 trillion cells die a day. That's a big number. They have to be removed from your body and have to be rebuilt with what you put in your mouth. 1% of those 1 trillion are cancerous every day. You were created with 3 ways to get rid of cancer. You should never have cancer if you can keep the body balanced. Cancer can only live in an acidic environment and feeds on refined sugar. And in the medical physiology textbook, there's one paragraph that says, you die from cancer because it starves the body to death. It eats all of the, and people put the simple carbs in. And Dr. T. Colin Campbell said, I can turn on cancer tumors with animal protein. I can turn it off with plant protein. It takes 3 months for that 1 cell to become 2 cells if your immune system doesn't wipe it out. It takes another 3 months to become 4 cells. It takes 10 to 12 years to become large enough to be detected. When you're diagnosed with cancer, your body's been compromised for 10 to 12 years. It didn't just happen overnight. And so then you want immediately to be fixed. And a lot of people leave all their money in the doctor's office with chemotherapy treatment when they die. They work hard to build their wealth and they spend their health. And then when they get to a certain age, they spend their wealth to try to get back their health. But it'll take 10 or 12 years. I'm going to talk to you, I'm going to show you the 3rd way that the body has to get rid of cancer. The purple is a killer T cell. It's a white cell that goes through your body and seeks out the cancer cells. This caption says, this killer T cell fired protein bullets and knocked the flesh off the cancer cell. That's going on in your body right now if your immune system's strong. Isn't that something? Star Wars is happening in our body. We're wonderfully made. It's amazing. And the more I study the body, the more ignorant I feel. I mean, it's so complex and so complicated. I stand up here and I feel vulnerable because there's so many things to the body that none of us really know how it functions. 8 teaspoons of sugar suppresses your immune system 25% for 12 hours. 1 can of pop will suppress your immune system for 12 hours. 25 teaspoons of sugar suppress your immune system 95% for 12 hours. Pop is one of the worst things you can put in your body. There's nothing natural about pop. It doesn't come out of the streams in Colorado and pick it up. It's put together with acid in a company, and then they put artificial sweeteners in them, and that's worse than the sugar. Both are bad. Also, a doctor in New York said sugar chemically alters the protein in the body. It's called glycosylation. That's a pretty strong statement because there's about 300,000 different protein in the body. It causes stiff joints and it will affect the organs. We have not bought sugar since 1976. We read Sugar Blues and we gave up sugar and salt. That was our first step on this journey and the progress. It didn't help us that much, but it did help and it got us a start on that.